So, I asked TikTok what Overwatch skin ideas they would like to see. Y'all provided amazing answers. I have been drawing digitally for some time now, so I thought it would be fun to use my skills to bring others' ideas into life. Aquadog has commented, oddly enough, seeing a Master Chief for Soldier would be awesome. When doing the rough draft, I made sure that the shoulder pads, the helmet, and the backpack just came right since I felt those were very iconic to the Master Chief armor. As you could see here for the arms and legs, I'm not including a lot of armor since I want to make sure I still keep Soldier's shape since his arms and legs are more poofier. One comment I heard from Overwatch skin designers is that when designing character skins, they want to retain the shape since they want players to intuitively know, hey, that's Soldier, hey, that's Larissa. You could see here that I'm redesigning the battle rifle to the assault rifle, mainly because one, it's very iconic to Halo, the entire franchise, and two, I feel like the assault rifle is closer to Soldier's regular gun, so that felt like a no-brainer for me to do. But I'm very happy that someone suggested the challenge. The Halo franchise has been a big part of my childhood growing up. I definitely love the series. I felt Master Chief was iconic, a superhero in a way, and as you could tell in my YouTube channel, I literally have 117 in my username, webcrawler117. So I've been a big fan of the series for a long time now. As you could see here that I'm just adding a little bit more details, inking that, making sure that parts of the arms feel very baggy to get that bagginess shape to it. Here you can see that I'm making sure I get the square blocks with the holes right since we tend to find those a lot in Master Chief's armor. And when deciding the colors, I actually had to look up what color type of green is Master Chief's because I wanted to get the green just right. So when it came to finishing and coloring it in, it just looked more like Master Chief. Like you could tell this is Master Chief, right? So I'm just adding the base colors right now, and actually when adding the shading detail here, I was trying a new blending technique, and in a way I kind of regretted it. It ended up taking a lot more time getting the blend just right, but the end result just looking like nice shadows, nice blended shadows on the armor. I just felt that looked a lot more amazing. So you see me adding some finishing touches to the blending, making sure it kind of blends a little bit better. And here I'm starting to add the highlights, but with the highlights, I'm kind of making sure to include this kind of boxiness to it, mainly because Master Chief's armor is very square shaped. So as you can see here, I'm adding some in the chest area, in the helmet area, and we're able to see like, oh yeah, this is Master Chief right here, all right. But at the same time, like we simplified a lot of things to just make sure that, hey, this is Soldier shape still. It's not entirely Master Chief, but it's very close to it. And yeah, I think this idea was very fun to do. Next Overwatch skin idea comes from Goldcoin. Halloween has passed, but I love to see Orisa in a bad two-person horse costume. Now, this is really funny because Orisa is really well known as the horse tank. Like, no matter when you look at Orisa, you're like, yep, that's definitely a horse. So for this one, I'm trying to draw the horse costume as bad as possible. I'm trying to get the feeling essentially of, you know, those ghost costumes where you just have a sheet on top of someone and that's it. That's essentially what I'm doing with Orisa's main body. I'm just making it like there's a sheet over it with a very, very oversimplified bad horse head. So as you can see, I'm making sure that I'm keeping it very simple, but as well I'm adding other horse elements to the outfit. So I'm adding like horseshoes on the shoulder pads, a little horseshoe on the top of the hand. I thought it was very clever of me for the bongo to include the saddle, since it kind of rests on top where you'll normally ride a horse. And I just kind of wanted to make sure that it stands off more as a saddle by including the straps on the shoulders, so the chest doesn't feel too empty, like there's not much there. So I thought that was really clever of me to do. Here I didn't really do much changes to the gun, mainly because I wasn't able to really think of any horse elements, and I just want to make sure that I'm able to get as much drawings and comments as much as possible and get everybody's ideas done. But yeah, as you can see in the legs, it's kind of hard to tell it's a two-person costume, but I did the best I could. Each individual leg is wrapped with its own shitty fabric. And I drew the hooves of Arissa as simple as possible. And it honestly reminds me of Bullseye in a way. So maybe I could have done something like that, doing Bullseye, but I just felt just to be safe, we'll just have it like, you know, just be a very bad horse costume. Like I feel like Bullseye's would have been too clean. Like I just needed to make sure that it did not come off as polished. So here you see me that I'm really softening the shadows since I want to make sure people understand that, hey, this is fabric. So fabric, the shadows aren't that hard. And yeah, I really like the end result. So Ab Galaxy's idea is a pastel cute style for Moira in a celestial way. Immediately I find this challenging because pastel colors are supposed to be cute, and when it comes to the celestial stuff, I think about space, I think about harsh colors like black, dark blues. I had to definitely figure out a way to make sure I balance my color usage when designing the character design. For the healing orb and the damage orb, I immediately thought of the sun and the black hole, and I'm just like, oof, that just fits so well to the celestial theme. And as you can see here, for the left eye, I made sure to, instead of having like a half mask that covers Moira's face, I thought it'd be more exciting to use a comet instead, just to make sure that I could add as much celestial stuff as possible. And for the tubes that usually wrap around Moira's neck, I'm thinking like, oh, what's a good way to represent the celestial stuff? And I thought about a supernova, all the pretty colors that kind of wrap around, like it would still kind of go well with the pastel colors. So I really wanted to incorporate that. Aura has like these little weird little flap wings that stick towards the bottom of her outfit. So instead of using like not including anything, I thought a robe would be a good idea to still kind of get the impression of like there's little wings sticking out. So I usually just like to have my color palette out. It just really helps me see what colors work and what colors doesn't. I was actually thinking of having Moira have purple pants, and I'm happy I did not go with that idea. The blue pants definitely fit way better. Here I'm just trying to get the colors just right for the comet to just make sure that, hey, you know, when you look at this, it's a comet. So I kind of messed around and tried to get the supernova drawn, and it just ended up being much easier to just draw it directly on the tube. And for the backpack itself, I just thought, you know, the emptiness of black space would be enough. For the black hole design, I just ended up taking what we got from the official black hole design and just slapping that in there. And for the sun, I didn't want it to look as realistic as possible, so I wanted to be very simple, very cute, but still, you know, get the impression that it's very hot. It is the sun. If you're enjoying this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below which of these designs have been your favorite. Your support really comes a long way in supporting this channel and making this channel grow, and it gives me a good idea of which videos you tend to enjoy more, so I can continue making videos such as those in the future. And Luke Gomlin commented, I need a Bastion skin where he's Shockwave from Transformers. I really enjoyed the enthusiasm of this comment, but I was surprised that I didn't recognize Shockwave since I did watch the Transformers series directed by Michael Bay. So once I looked it up and realized that Shockwave really reminds me of the Null Sector skin that Blizzard designed, just because of the purple color scheme alone. When incorporating a lot of the Shockwave's attributes into Bastion, we want to make sure that, hey, we still give the impression it's Bastion. So some of the key parts include Bastion bending their knees, their turret, the way that the joints work with the arms. So I made sure to keep those elements in, but at the same time take the elements from Shockwave, like the big armor pieces. So if you see in the shoulders how it almost extends to the height of the head, those I made sure to include, as well as the hexagonal head. And I'm really glad I was able to do this, because looking at the other Bastion skins around, the skin designers really took a lot of liberty when it comes to Bastion's head shape. So I was able to just take the hexagonal shape and just apply it to Bastion right away. So we also have the hexagonal chest piece. For the thigh pieces, we have the big silver ones. And yeah, for the color scheme, it was really nice to apply. It was more straightforward colors, just purple, yellow, some dark grays, and some silvers here and there. The gun shape, I mainly kind of left it alone, the impression I get from Bastion's turret. And for the gun on the right arm, we just left it more rectangle shape, since that's typically what Bastion uses. But yeah, I really enjoyed how this came out. We also added like a grid kind of visor to it. So yeah, I think this really gives me Shockwave vibes. So I hope Loot Goblin ends up enjoying this one. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I've been working my hardest trying to come up with refreshing content, so look forward to more in the future. But for now, feel free to take a look at my other videos. Hope you all have a wonderful day.